choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
What's happening, everybody? It's your main man, Mr. Brookshire, and OMG, we are so real. We are so real talking to you right here in the house. Now, y'all already know how I always do every time we start this show, and you know it's all about me saying that I love you. Did I say that I love you? And let me tell you how much I love you. I love you so much. I love you so much that I got not only a special guest, but another returning guest host up in here. And without any further ado, I want to bring straight to you my co-host. We got Miss Lizanna in the house. What's happening? How are you? Say that hi one more time.
Hi. There we go.
There we go.
To be here.
How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. It's always great to be in your presence.
Oh,
Brookshire.
Man, you're going to make me blush. You know black folks don't supposed to blush. You already know that. We can't do it very well. How's your week? How's your weekend? How you been?
Things are great.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love just being around people. I just love talking about love and giving love and just being part of that.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking about love today, so I'm excited.
Yes, we are. We're going to be talking about love, and we're going to be bringing some special guests in in a very short moment.
Yeah.
But really quick, what is it about love? Because, you've been doing love for so long. You've got a degree in love. You wrote your thesis in love. Tell us, how are you an expert in love and relationships? Break us down to that. How is that?
Well, really, first of all, love is just the purest manifestation of God. And that's one of the reasons I just love love so much, because it's such a pure thing. I grew up like a lot of women in a household where I didn't get to see love always being modeled. And so as a result of that, I just did what I needed to do to study it and really learn it. I really feel like maybe before I came to this life, God asked me, what do you want to learn in this human incarnation? And I decided I want to learn about love. And so I just studied it in so many different ways. I mean, through reading books and interviewing people and, as you said, studying my thesis on it.
Right.
So, and I've had some really great opportunities, to get to write for the Tyra Banks show.
Right.
I mean, it's been really an incredible journey.
Incredible
yes,
journey. Well,
yes.
I'm so glad to have all your expertise. And now the book will be released when?
It's coming out here in May. So right now it's wedding season. And so
yes, it is. Wedding
right
season.
In time for wedding season. This book will be out.
Now, everybody, let me go ahead and let y'all already know really quick.
Get a ring on it.
Not only get a ring on it, but Miss Lizanna is going to be here with you coming very soon with her own show. That's going to be coming teaching you week to week how to put a ring on it and keep the ring on it. Because, you got a lot of folks putting them rings on it quick, but they're going right back and pawn them in. They be like, I earned that. We can get the divorce, but I'm keeping the ring. So we definitely.
Or they don't even get to the aisle and they keep the ring.
Wow.
There's been some stories about that too.
That's definitely deep.
Do you keep the ring? Do you give it back?
Do you keep the ring? Do you keep it back? Well, you know what? We actually have your pop psychic that's going to be in the house to be able to help us with those questions.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take you straight into a little song of this song real fast, and then we're going to come back with our special guest, and that's going to be your pop psychic. Keep your eyes on this one, man. Miss Maria, your pop psychic is going to be giving you the lowdown, not the lowdown, but the exclusive. I say lowdown. Some people low down. Hopefully she'll let you know.
Low down.
Right. So she'll let you know if you got one. But we're going to be right back right here on Real Talk with Brookshire and my homegirl and co-host, Miss Lizanna.
I'm traveling to the future, head up off the clouds, so high I can't come down. Somehow I'm getting closer to the higher ground, and all I want is sound. If all I got is space, all I need is time, I can make the planets realign. This is Somehow I'm getting closer to the higher ground, and all I want is sound. If all I got is space, all I need is time, I can make the planets realign. Visions that I hear suddenly appear in a supersonic fantasy. If time is space and space is time, then I'd be up here counting down. If down is up and up is down, I could see the future turning around. If time is space and space is time, then I'd be up here counting down. If down is up and up is down, I could see the future turning around, 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 turning around and around and around, turning around, turning around, all around, turning around, turning around, yeah I know, turning around, turning around, all around, turning around, all around the world, all around the world, turning around, 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 turning around.
Yeah. What's happening, everybody? Of course, it's your main man, Mr. Brookshire, yours truly. We back and we about to turn around some things. You feel me? Mr. Zana, you in the house with us still?
I am here in the house. I'm ready to talk about love.
Oh man, let's talk about love. So without any further ado, we want to bring straight into the house to you. We want to bring Marie, your pop psychic.
Why, darling, that was wonderful.
How are you?
I am raring to go to talk about love.
Okay, let's talk about this thing called love. First of all, before we get into talking about this thing called love, let's talk about you for a second. So, you're a pop psychic. Okay, we hear so many different words when it comes down to psychics and things of that nature. And you know, the flood lines, people are calling in all the time. Well, what happens? How does that work? When you say you're a psychic, tell us, what does that mean and how does that work?
Oh my goodness. All right. I think I can do this very quickly.
Okay.
When I was 19 years old, I was in a near fatal car accident.
Oh, wow.
And I was in a coma for 3 days.
Get out of here.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, I didn't see the devil and I didn't see Jesus. I don't think they bring out the big guys unless you're seriously going to do something.
Oh, man.
They just put me in the holding area where I kind of floated around.
Did you see a white light? Because people say you see the white light.
Yeah.
Did your light flash before your eyes?
No, not really. They were like, no, wait. Y'all aren't going to come through all the way, so just hang out a minute.
Right. We don't need you right now.
No.
They had to work for her to do here on the
Right,
planet.
this one's going to come on through.
Yeah.
Right? It was just like, baby, you got to go back, and you got some things to do, and it's going to start now. And then, boom, I woke up in my body, and everything hurt.
Wow.
Oh, God, yeah. I was breathing on a machine and everything. And the experience of being in such a perfect place of love was something that completely transformed my entire life.
Oh, wow.
And when I woke up, I knew certain things about people without asking them or speaking to them.
Oh, wow.
I thought I was going nuts. So I went to
Right.
the doctor and I said, what's going on? And he said, well, we didn't really want to tell you this, but you did flatline.
What?
Yeah, they didn't want to tell me. They didn't want to traumatize me. And I was like, okay. And he's like, well, you must have had some very interesting hallucinations, Marie. Post-traumatic stress disorder, you'll get over it eventually. And I didn't. I decided to explore my gifts. And so I studied tarot with someone at the oldest occult store in Hollywood, Panpipes. And I learned how to do tarot there.
Oh, wow.
And then I began to explore alternative forms of spirituality, which I'm glad I did.
Okay.
Because what I found is that it all pretty much leads back to the same source. And the positive aspect of that source, which is love, is the most powerful force in the universe. And it's something that needs a champion or needs champions.
Love definitely needs a champion.
Yes.
Oh, girl, please, yes.
I definitely agree. So everybody, we have your pop psychic in the house with us talking about the beginning parts of how all this started for her. And of course, I never knew that you flatlined. So what does that do in an
That's so
experience?
scary.
Because
The
it's almost
flatline?
right.
Oh
You
my
you died.
gosh.
So it's almost like you did come back, but you came back. You weren't having those
She
things
came
before
back
then.
psychic.
Right.
Yeah, I came
That's
back
kind of
psychic.
cool. It's
said-
like Spider-Man, and then he got bitten
Right.
by a spider.
Yeah.
So she flatlined, and then
Yeah.
she got
Yeah.
superpowers.
Yes. So now.
Excuse me.
Oh no, it's all good. So now you have superpowers. Now you're learning, and now how do you get comfortable with something like this?
Excuse me.
You're fine.
Yeah, I want to
Uh,
know how you get comfortable with something like this too.
Oh, girl, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes those spirits can be so pesky and they have a lot to say and they won't shut up.
Wow.
Keep my dog up
Talkative
all hours of
spirits.
the night. My Maltese can see ghosts, girl. She
What?
should have her own show.
They say a lot of animals see dogs. I mean, a lot of pets see ghosts.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they do. Totally. I have clients.
Yes, I would agree with that.
I have clients with pets that see animals, and I get called in after the trainer has completely failed to say, no, Fido isn't going crazy. It's just there's an old man floating in the ceiling, and
Ooh.
Fido can see him, and so it's not the dog's fault.
Wow.
Fido's like the kid from The Sixth Sense.
right.
Yeah.
You know what? I thought I
He sees
met
dead
an older
people.
version of him in the gym the other day.
An older version of Fido, or the
No,
kid from
the kid from Sixth Sense. I saw a guy that looked like it should have been him, like an adult.
Oh.
You know, so I went over
Okay.
to him. I was just like, "Hey, excuse me. I know this may sound crazy, but are you the
Right.
guy from the Sixth Sense?" He was just like, "No, that's not me."
Oh.
I was like, "Well,
does
if
he hear that often?
I guess
He
he
must.
does. He must." I said, "You look
Yeah.
like you would look just like him, older." But anywho, back to my pop psychic, your pop psychic, my pop
Yes.
psychic. So now let me ask you this, because we talk about predictions and things of that nature. Now how accurate are you on the scale of 1 to 10 when it comes down in your history? How accurate are you when it comes to your predictions?
Oh my goodness. I would have to say that I have a lot of return clientele that rely on me and call me up at 3 o'clock in the morning to find out where he is and who he's with. So if that is any indication, I also have 100% money back guarantee for anybody who isn't satisfied. And let me tell you something, honey, I'm still making money.
Okay.
But I do want to say this.
Hmm.
No psychic is 100% accurate because we are human beings. And
Mm.
human beings aren't ever 100%. And you have to approach this gift with humility and respect for yourself and for the people that you're counseling
Right.
and forces that are coming through you, or you will get burned.
Now that's interesting. Go ahead.
I was going to ask, like, how do you balance then the gift of being psychic and free will? Because I know that for a lot of people, there's that
It's so
difference.
hard. Well, first of all,
Good question.
I never give a reading to a person, even if I'm getting information, unless they give me permission.
Okay.
Oh.
I totally believe in the concept of free will. And it's something that's very important to me, and it's something I think that's very angelic, because I was telling you earlier, angels cannot intercede on your behalf unless you ask them.
Yes.
So prayer is a good thing. You have to ask for help. Knock and the door shall be open.
Yes.
And knock even harder and ring
Seek
the buzzer.
and you shall find. Yeah.
Ring the buzzer. So now you hear so many things when it comes down to psychics, that they worship the devil, but then you have some that are spiritual. What is that line? How would you explain that? Psychics, devil worshiping, witches. How do you explain
Oh,
that?
Yeah, because they used to
Honey.
get burned in
Correct.
Massachusetts.
Exactly. How do you explain that?
Well, first of all, being a pagan myself and being goddess-based, why the hell would I do anything a man said? And I thought Satan was a man. I didn't have him bossing me around. No way. Now, Jesus, on the other hand, he would talk to a girl.
Right.
Believed in her. Talked to, the downtrodden. Believed in equality.
Right.
Jesus I can deal with. I have no problems with Jesus. I have absolutely no problems with Jesus, but I feel this way about him. I feel the same way about Jesus as I do about Elvis Presley.
Okay.
He is incredible, magnificent, but his followers can be kind of weird.
But he is the king.
Right.
There you go. That's it.
But he is the king.
Now, what made you decide to go into actual love for discipline for your psychic abilities? I mean, because
Right.
you can handle a whole lot of different things, not
Girl,
just love.
I am terrified of creepy crawly ghosties.
Mm.
Now, I would be a very good ghost psychic, and ghosts do pop in on me intermittently, but I'm chicken.
Mm.
Okay? The last time they hired me to do a haunted house, I was in the basement. Because this shit worked, and all of the spirits went down and scared me to death and left the camera crew upstairs bored to death. I
Where's Ghostbusters when you need them?
Right.
I know. I have found that because really, when you do channel spirits,
Yeah.
people that are on TV and they're saying, "Oh, I do this," bullshit. It you don't get used to it. Every single time you channel a genuine spirit, it is supernatural and it is scary. At least it is for me.
Right.
Wow.
So, when I'm seeing all these people, "Oh, I'm a ghost," shit. If you didn't run out of that house screaming, you didn't see nothing. And I don't care what your heat detector showed. That could have been the dog, okay?
Your heat detector. So now let's get on that, because energy. I know you feel energies, and I know you said something about colors. Explain how that all works in with you.
Oh, okay. There are different colors in the aura. They're based on the traditional colors of the chakra.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
A particular color that I like is pink.
Nice. That's a pretty color.
Right.
Nice girl color.
It is the color of my guardian angel.
Okay.
And whenever I'm in danger, I have seen the color pink. And that has always calmed me down and reassured me that help was on the way, or that I was going to be cared for.
Beautiful.
Oh, girl, yeah. Oh, I went to
Now,
the
my favorite color is yellow. So what does that mean?
Yellow is energy, communication. It's the color
I'm in the right
around
place.
it's the color around your solar plexus.
Yeah.
It's strength. Every single color has a different vibration, and we know that because light has different vibrations.
That's beautiful.
Definitely. So love. So you like to deal with love, peace, happiness, career, those type of things. Now, how? I know you were listening to things. I think just on the radio or on TV, the woman that used to be on with
Sylvia Brown.
Yeah. Predicted a couple things of people being dead, and then these people
they didn't die. Ooh.
What do you say? Because I remember speaking to you once, and you said you're able to figure out a phony. And not saying that she is phony, because again, you already put out there that not everybody's 100%. But when it comes to something like that, most people go there because they don't have any other hope, or they feel like, I need to be told something. I mean, I need. What do you say
guidance.
to that? Yes. What do you say?
Supernatural guidance.
I have friends who are actually very famous police psychics that maybe I could bring on the show.
Right. Okay. Wonderful.
That actually, one of my friends actually is uncovering a murder case as we speak.
Right.
But she treats it as something that is sacred. You know what I mean? I know she has a website, and I know she has books, but she's not trying to be, oh, I'm going to be the next superstar. She's doing this as, I love the family, and I want to see this girl achieve justice.
Right.
And it's from a different head. And I was telling you about this earlier. I think that when we have these special abilities, if we get to a certain point where we lose our humility and we lose our connection with spirit, and we think that we're better than everybody else,
Ooh, that's not a good sign.
everything gets yanked to remind you that you're human.
Right.
Wow.
Reminds me of that show Psych, because he's a psychic, and he helps to solve
not a psychic,
cases.
honey.
Well, I mean, it's a pretend psychic. He's on television. It's a pretend psychic. But you said you handle just different aspects of love, and you have clients that call you at 3 a.m. So I'm wondering, what is the number one question that clients ask you when they call you? In regards to love.
Right.
In regards to love?
Yeah.
Actually, it has a lot to do with your book, darling.
Yeah.
When am I going to get that damn
Man,
ring?
I want to know.
Yes.
Why isn't he blah, 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 blah?
Why hasn't he proposed yet?
Yes.
Why hasn't he popped the question?
Yes.
Okay. And how does that go when they ask that question? I mean, do you give them a timeline? Do you tell them you shouldn't even wait for a proproposal from this
It
guy?
depends on the man.
Okay.
It depends on the man. Now, men propose for different reasons,
Yes.
as you know.
Yes.
I can usually tell if a man is sincere or if he's not. And if he is sincere, I don't stress the time frame as much. Because I think that real love is something that you need to nurture. Like a flower. It needs to grow. And
Right.
if a man is sincere and he's being honest, then you should give him time.
I agree.
But if he's lying to you to drag this out, his ass is at the door.
Mm.
And I make no bones about telling her that. It's like, ooh, girl, please.
So now, how do people do that? I know people call and you do things on the phone. So how do you give a reading over the phone? Is it a tarot card reading? How does that work? Or is it just a feeling when they're over the phone and you're not able to see them? How do you predict someone that you can't even see? You're not looking at them. You don't know them. How does that work?
I use tarot cards to stimulate my clairvoyant gift because my particular gift is stimulated by shapes and colors. I use a deck based primarily on gold and white and pink, so the lights that come through are very positive colors. It's the same principle of scrying. I suppose if I looked into a crystal ball and saw clouds and images, it would be the same thing.
Right.
Or into a bowl of water. Anything that stimulates the visual
Yeah.
opens up that level of the subconscious. I'm also a trance psychic. When I'm in a reading, I'm partially in trance.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Which is kind of scary. I really shouldn't be driving. I can go from beta to trance.
So do you
in
get
2
visions
seconds.
as you're driving? I mean, how does that work?
No, I don't. I haven't driven lately.
Okay.
Right.
No, but I get.
As you're
I
riding.
I get visions every once in a while.
Okay.
The last time there was a major disaster in the world, I couldn't sleep all night. I woke up the next morning and I knew why, because there was such an outcry of pain on a universal and emotional level.
Right.
But on the flip side of that, if something really wonderful is like a girl in my building got engaged, and I was like, I was feeling so good that day, and she came out and walked her dog and said,
He put a ring on it.
Right. He put a ring
Put a
on
ring
it.
on it.
So now, this is the thing. Now, I know I was doing a little bit of homework, and you were into the film business, producer, film, things of that nature, the TV
Yes.
land,
Yes.
movies. How does someone with that creativity go from movies to your pop psychic? How does that happen?
Seamlessly, because interpreting psychic information is really seeing pictures, images, and messages inside your head. And when you are writing a script or directing a movie or editing anything, you are taking photographs and you are making them into language. And so it's a language that's interchangeable from the psychic realm to the entertainment realm. It's pictures that mean something, that evoke feelings. So it was very easy, but I primarily come from a fashion background. I was in fashion for 15 years.
Okay, right.
I was the PR to Catherine Baum in Beverly Hills.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, fancy.
And I had a very, very, very good run with her because I could predict trends well in advance.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Oh, that's a great
I
skill
know.
to have. Man.
And I still can, but when the bottom dropped out of the luxury industry, I thought, what else am I going to do with this gift? I'm too chicken to be a stockbroker, even though I could probably make millions. Professional gambling, I like to gamble every once in a while. I got to tell you my Las Vegas stories, but I'm not going to tell you the casinos I go to because they'll never let me back.
Right.
Ever.
She'll be banned.
Can't do that, but that
She'll
would
be
be
banned.
hot,
Yeah.
though, right? Like, cool.
But that
Really
would be
cool.
too scary for me, though. And I like people and I like helping women especially. And
Right.
I've had such an amazing experience in the relationship world. I was married to an Oscar-winning, Grammy-winning record producer.
Oh, wow.
So I am a member of the Real Hollywood First Wives Club,
Yeah.
which gives me credibility as far as the
Ah!
Hollywood scene
No,
is
you
concerned.
didn't. No, you didn't put the neck in like, uh-oh. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did have to let you know.
Right.
That she's official.
Dang. So now how do you define success at your life at this point right now? Because you've been in LA doing this run for how many years? Not to like
I don't want to reveal my age.
for a while
she's
now.
a woman and she's
correct.
a
So you've
lady.
been for a while. You're an expert into this field. How
Yes.
what was I about to say?
How do you define success?
How do you
I mean,
define
all these
success?
years later, how do you define
Your mind just
success?
left. Thank you,
When,
co-host.
when
We're
people
here
that
together.
when people that I've worked with come back to me and say, "We're so happy. Oh, and we just had our first baby, and oh my
Oh, wow.
God,
That's
I'm so
rewarding.
glad.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you told me to give him a chance.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Now, have you ever had one that came back and say, "Bitch, you told me to give him a chance," and he's? Have you ever had
Messing
that?
up.
Have you
No.
ever had that? No. Wow, that's what's up.
No.
That's
no,
great.
No. I've had I've had girl. You should have told me never to sign that prenup. I've had that.
Mm.
So
Now, you were talking about that earlier.
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
can
yeah.
help women,
Yes.
marry up without the prenup.
Is
And in
that
Hollywood,
safe?
I mean,
Yes.
that's a lie.
Is that safe? I mean, is that safe?
Yes, because it's trust and love.
It's because you're
You
believing.
smiled when you said
It's
that.
trust
Well,
and
you
love,
believe
yeah.
in real love. If you believe in real love, then there's no reason for them to go anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Why are you looking like that, Brookshire? Tell us why that's okay to
Yes.
marry without a prenup.
Yes, please.
Because when a man, especially if it's a man, insists that a woman signs a prenup, it's him saying before he even takes her down the aisle, "Girl, I don't trust you."
Ooh. Ouch.
Mm.
And there can be no love without trust.
So you shouldn't protect yourself. That's like saying I shouldn't go and get a insurance policy or coverage because I may die. Is it any way that you can protect yourself because people change as their emotions
yeah, never
change?
get married. Because
That's the best way to
marriage-
protect yourself.
Yeah, marriage is not just a contractual thing. I mean, look at all the people in our country trying desperately for the right to get marriage. It's serious. It's
Right.
a sacred thing.
It is.
This is
I
not
believe
just a
it.
business contract.
Yeah.
This is a commitment that you're making for the rest of your life, and it's because we make those commitments that we become adults
Right.
and people and develop things like humility and compassion and empathy. And without that sacrifice, which is why it's called a sacrament, then we're not becoming spiritual beings. You have to sacrifice something in order to evolve.
I agree.
Right. I definitely agree
Definitely.
with that. So now, so many people have, like I said again, those misconceptions. What would you want a person to be left with when it comes down to what a psychic is? Like, what would you want them to
take away
take
from
away
that,
from what a psychic is and the importance?
and not be scared to see a psychic, because I know so
Yeah.
many people are really intimidated to
You know what?
to meet with you guys.
Not every psychics are human beings. There are good psychics, there are bad psychics. We're like hairdressers, okay? We are. It's like we're the most important people in a woman's life, okay? Some of us do very well with a particular person, and some of us not so much.
Okay.
But what people need to understand is that psychics are people. We have feelings. We're trying to reach out. We're trying to communicate, and we've been given this thing. We're the
This
messengers.
gift.
We're the messengers of the gods.
Wow.
But you have to remember, I think that psychics, I belong to two of the hottest psychic lines in the United States, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia, and I
Wow.
have very high ratings.
That's impressive.
Wow.
And I hear the love, that category is the highest category for psychics.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody wants to know about their love life.
Is
because
it more women or
matters.
men?
Both. I
Yeah?
have clients who are men who come to me and say, I really want to fall in love. And I say to them, you've got to let go of those illusions of what you think a woman should be.
Oh, wow.
And we need to talk about what real women are so you can fall in love with somebody that's real and not go back to the internet.
So this is my question. There are tons of psychics out there, of course. You see them on every corner here in Hollywood, it seems like it. Why should someone pick you or believe you personally? You're a pop psychic. Why should we go to you?
That's up to each individual person. Some people just come to me and say, I like you.
Right.
You know, see, the thing is, all of the sites that I work for and most of the marketing that I do is things like this where people just get to see who I am.
Right.
And somebody's going to turn on this radio program and say, I really like her.
They just resonate with your personality
Right.
and with your spirit. Like you said, like a hairdresser. You know, some hairdressers you work with and you vibe with, and some you don't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You would seem
Exactly.
like you would be like the best girlfriend or the best friend to someone because
That's
you
it.
can see kind of like, nah, I wouldn't take that left right there. You might want to take it right.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Well, that's what I am with most of my clients. I'm like their BFF with superpowers,
Yeah.
Wow.
which they can relax with me and we can have fun and laugh and it's not so serious.
Yeah.
I know a lot of psychics are so full of, I'm a messenger of the god. Girl, please.
So what is the difference between a psychic and a prophet?
Oh, that's a trick question.
Okay.
Psychic abilities are spiritual gifts, and in that way, we're all prophets. There are certain psychics who are called to prophesize for the gods specifically, and that's their life. Okay, because if you read historically about the prophets, they were all servants of the kings and of the gods.
Right.
I think that we really need to be cautious, though, in this day and age, because people are looking for prophets.
Yes.
And
And
I
we
think-
haven't had one in a really long time. Not any major ones.
They're all over though, just I think.
Well,
Yeah.
there's individual prophets, but not
No,
like
no,
the
no, no.
ones
Here's
for
the
the
thing.
kings.
With psychic ability becoming more prevalent, especially among children, what if we all became individual prophets?
That would be cool.
That would be a lot better than just believing in one guy that told us to do everything.
Right.
Right.
It would be like, you know what? I got this. I'll call God myself and not have to use you.
And see, and it really did become that, I guess, when you look at it from a biblical perspective,
Of
from
course.
the death of Jesus. Like we all have that ability to be able to tap in. It's just so many people
We all
are
still have
cluttered.
that ability to
Yeah, we
tap
still
in.
have it to be able to go
Yeah.
boldly to the Father and be able to go and pray. We don't have to have somebody go and do a sacrifice of a couple cows and
Exactly.
chickens for us to be able to get to that connection. Now we only have like another minute or two, and so. How can you tell if somebody has the gift, and can it be trained?
Or if you have the gift yourself.
right.
So
I can feel it.
okay.
I can totally feel it. Sometimes the hairs on my arms and the back of my neck come up. Children lately have been the most powerful psychics.
Wow.
I'll meet a little child like shopping or whatever, and she'll look up at me and our eyes will connect, and I'll say, "You're an angel, aren't you?" And she'll say, "Yeah."
Oh wow.
Those are that's the joy of my life.
Wow. Okay, so how do we find you? How do we locate you? How do we find you if we
Exactly.
want?
All these subscribers that are watching right now, these viewers.
Definitely hear everybody. She's going to be definitely back
Exactly.
more and more often, and of course, but how do we find you outside of here?
I'm at www.yourpopsychic.com.
Now, is that your like YOUR?
Yes.
Not the Twitter kind with the U and the
No,
R.
it's YOUR, and I call myself that because when I'm with my girls,
Yeah.
I'm their pop psychic, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's more my relationship with my clients is more of a friendship.
It sounds like
I'm like
it.
the best BFF, but she'll call me up at 3 and say, "Tell me he's at the club with the boys, please."
Can you ever? And then we're going to wrap this up because we don't have much
driving around
time.
the block looking for the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you ever be too familiar with someone to where you can't? Like, can you work on yourself? Like,
No, I cannot read myself. I always have one of my other psychic girlfriends read me.
Yeah, I believe that gifts like that are to be shared with others. I think God worked it out that way.
Right.
Because I heard, they were saying psychics can't win the lottery because they can't do it on themselves.
Actually.
Oh, she's like, wait a minute. Have you won the lottery?
Yes. Yes. 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I did a positive attraction thing for my fiance,
Nice.
and we won the Fantasy 5 Lotto and completely came out of debt.
oh wow.
However,
I need to do a positive attraction thing. I want to win the lottery.
we did not win a lot of money, and because of the way that I did it,
Okay.
we don't win the lottery every single year because that
course.
would be greedy.
It would trigger something.
Oh.
Yeah.
It would be greedy. So after we won the lottery, we spent a lot of time doing good works and
Nice.
charity work, and we did
Yes.
charity work before that to balance it out.
Yes, you got to give and receive. It's the law of compensation.
Yes,
Definitely.
absolutely.
So now, what we always like to leave, and what I always personally like to leave with, is what is it that you know for sure? If you were giving back something to the audience, what would it be that you know for sure?
Love yourself before anything else. It's the most important thing. If you want to attract love, you have to know what it is, and you have to love yourself.
Right. I can
a
definitely
beautiful
dig
thing.
that. That's definitely a beautiful thing. And of
Yeah.
course, you've heard it right here. Lizana, do you have any final questions, anything that you want to ask?
Man, there's so much more, and it's so not enough time. So I'm glad we're bringing her back.
Yes,
another
she
day.
will definitely be back for more often. And
Thank
we're going to be
you.
able to have some people. We're going to open up the phone lines, and people will be able to
Yes.
call in soon. You know how
They're
I
gonna be
always do.
excited to call in.
First
I
time
know.
coming around, we like to
Yes.
just get to know who you are. So then, like you said, people get to know you, then they want to talk to you and see, because everybody has it in the back of their minds.
Yes.
Does it work, and will it work for me? And so that is a great question to be able to answer. Now, and as we wrap this up, I'm going to throw one more thing. How much of the belief of the person matters? Because people tell you something all the time, you can trash it. Do they have to believe what you say? How does that work in their belief to take in what you're saying?
When I tell them something that they haven't told anybody else, they're mine.
Okay.
Period.
There it is. Whoop.
There
There it is. And you've heard it right
it
here. And you've heard it right here. Everybody, oh man, this was good.
It's a beautiful day.
I
you.
love being able to bring different types of interviews on, to be able to pick the minds and be able to see where people come, because this world is full of different types of energy and different
Yes.
types of people, and it's so
With
amazing.
Different types of gifts.
Different types of gifts, and we got our pop psychic. This is our pop. You my pop psychic.
Okay.
How you doing? Okay, and again, everybody, like we always do, like we always do, that we love you so much. And again, we just want to thank you so much for coming into the house with us. So thank you for coming in here.
Yes.
We do definitely
We're
appreciate
so happy
you.
to have your pop
Yes,
psychic
we
in the
definitely
building
are so happy to
today.
be able to have your pop psychic in today. And Lizana, for sure,
Yes.
thank you for coming into the house with
I'm
us.
always glad to be here. And we talk about love, all different aspects of love. I mean, this is an important aspect.
Yes, definitely an important aspect. And to all of my people out there, to each and every single one of you, you already know I love you. I say it every time we start the show. And remember, where your mind goes, your body will follow. Like we always say, on the other side of everything you go through, there's another you waiting for you. And again, it's going to keep happening. Keep your minds right, keep your head tight, and we will see you next week right here on Real Talk with Brookshire. I holla.
Scream your name out. I want your desire. I want your desire. I want your desire. I want your desire. Ooh ah la la la. Ooh ah la la la. Ooh ah la la la. The way you touch my body. true. I feel your wet breath running down the back of my neck, and all I wanna do is scream your name out. I want your desire.